In this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to compare fractions to decimals. There are two ways you can do this problem. I will show you both ways for the first one, and then I will show you the easier way for the second problem. So for this problem, I will show you both ways. To compare 2/3 to 0.6, the first thing I can do is change 2/3 into a decimal. Because how it is right now, it would be really hard to compare. So to turn 2/3 into a decimal, remember the top number goes on the inside, so 2 would go on the inside, and 3 on the outside, because it's the bottom number. 3 can't go into 2, but it can go into 20, so I add the 0 and the decimal point. Move the decimal point up. 3 can go into 20 6 times, and when I multiply those, I get 18. Subtract, I get 2. Bring down the 0. 3 goes into 20, again, 6 times. 6 times 3 is 18, and I'm left with 2 again. As you can see, this will continue on forever, so my answer is just 0.66 repeating. Now let's compare those. I have 0.66 compared to 0.6. What is the bigger number? Well, I know 0.66 is greater than 0.6, so my answer would be greater than. Now, another way you could have done this was take 2/3 and change 0.6 into a decimal, or 6/10. So I would have 6/10, and I would need to compare these two fractions. Well, we know how to do that. We need to find a common denominator. So, the common denominator between 3 and 10 would be 30. So, I need to multiply 2/3 by 10, which 2 times 10 is 20, and 3 times 10 is 30, and then 6/10, I would need to multiply both of those by 3 to get the common denominator of 30. 10 times 3 is 30, and 6 times 3 is 18. Once again, I had to do whatever I did to the denominator, multiply by 3, to the numerator. So I had to multiply both the top and bottom by 3. And in this case, I had to multiply them both by 10. Oh, that was a mouthful. So now I can compare them. 20/30 to 18/30. Well, I know that 20/30 is greater than 18/30. So my answer would still be greater than. So as you can see, either way you do it, you get the same answer. I think the easier way would be to change 2/3 into a decimal because it's less steps for you. Your code for lesson 5 for transportation is a bus. Everybody loves buses. Okay, I want to compare 0.7 to 8/11. As it is now, it's hard to know which one is bigger, if it is greater than, less than, or equal to. So let's change 8/11 into a decimal. Remember to do this. The top number goes on the inside, so 8 would go on the inside, and 11 would go on the outside. 11 can't go into 8, so I have to add a decimal point and a 0. Bring the decimal point up. 11 can go into 80 7 times. 7 times 11 is 77. When I subtract, I'm going to have to borrow, and I get 10 minus 7, which is 3, and 7 minus 7, which is 0. Well, I can't have a remainder, so I'm going to keep going. Bring down the 0. 11 goes into 30 2 times, and I get subtracting 22. When I subtract those, I get 10 minus 2, which is 8, and 2 minus 2, which is 0. Now, I think I can stop there because I have 0.72. If I look, I'm comparing 0.7 to 8/11, which is 0.72. If I stop there, I can already tell which number is bigger. In this case, 0.72 is greater than 0.7. So my answer would be 0.7 is less than 8/11.